All right, let's walk through the chapter 23 homework. So first one is a make or buy problem. Pretty straightforward. I think you're going to find this chapter pretty easy. This is on page 367 in the textbook. Really the only thing you have to think about is they give you the predetermined rate of overhead, right? But we know what we're focusing is on the incremental overhead, the overhead that's going to be incurred if we make the part that won't be incurred if we buy the part. So that's the part that's going to be important. The next problem is a sell as is or process further. And so you could look on page 367 and 368. Again, this is pretty straightforward. Next one is a scrap or rework, which is a similar type decision to the sell as is or process. So you can look on page 368 for an example of this one. The segment elimination. Okay, so this is on page 371, right? And so you'll see that the rule is that we want to eliminate the departments that have sales that are less than the avoidable costs, right? So that's pretty easy to just compare and then decide which ones you will keep and which ones you will eliminate. And then related is the next one, problem 5. So after you look at which ones you're going to eliminate, how is income going to change when you eliminate those departments? Okay, so we can see what our loss is with those unprofitable segments. And then what you'll do is you'll consider, right, the ones that you're keeping, those incomes will remain. The ones that you're dropping, right, the sales are going to be gone, the avoidable costs are going to be gone, but the unavoidable costs are going to have to be picked up by the remaining units. So you can combine the income for the departments that you're going to keep and then subtract the unavoidable costs for the segments that you're going to eliminate. And that'll give you your income after you eliminate. Okay? But the question wants the increase in income. So you're going to go from a loss, a negative number, to a positive amount of income, right? That you're going to compute. And so when I first did it, I just put in the new income and I got it wrong when I did check my work because they're asking for the increase. So the increase is going to be your new income plus your loss. That's how much it increased. All right. Next one, number 6. Is a keep or replace, page 371. The only thing that might trip you up is they tell you the variable manufacturing costs per year, but we want to look at the variable manufacturing costs for the remaining life of the machine that you're keeping, the variable costs for the life of the machine that you would be replacing. So you'll take the cost per year and multiply by the number of years. And then make sure you're entering the costs as negative. Okay. And then the next problem is the time and materials pricing. So this is found on page 376 in the textbook under the decision analysis. So it's a little bit harder to see because it's under a different looking section. And then the last one is the integrated Excel problem. Okay, and I don't think you'll have this problem when you get there, but there's a little bit of a problem loading. Let's see if it happens where I'm only getting a blank page. And hopefully this is going to be fixed by the time that you are doing this problem. But should it ever occur, there's this menu that you can get over here and you can open it or close it. Right, so there's a down arrow to open it. You want to click on this McGraw-Hill Open. And that's how you get the problem to load. So I think that'll probably be fine. It's just an issue that they're having today, but just in case, now you'll know. And so this problem is going to be a sales mix with limited resources. So you can find it on page 369 in the book. I have a video, one of my demonstration videos is very similar to this problem here. So you might want to take a look at that and kind of get an idea of what the answers should be, right? So that you can then focus on just doing the math, okay? And so they give the information in the paragraph, but then all of the numbers are down here because we know we need to click on the cells when we do the formulas. Okay.